Hello, my name is Edzel and this is Basag Kultura. Ano na mga single mang and welcome to our special episode of Basag Kultura aka Breaking Culture for the Back in Black channel as I post random videos from my old adventures and even discuss selected topics that are close to my interests. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge my crew that had dug up a rare live performance from the Cavite metal band Sin at the first ever Kaguluhan Music Festival. It was a fitting video upload as we commemorated the festival's 17th anniversary last October 15th. So for those who haven't watched the band's live performance, the link will be posted after this one. Anyway, for our special Halloween episode, I'll be sharing you my top 10 horror films of all time. I'm sure ready na kayo mag-scary movie marathon with your friends, your families, etong Halloween. So yeah, let us begin. Number 10, Scream. What's your favorite scary movie? This one reinvented and reinvigorated the horror genre which spawned a lot of slasher films of the 90s, directed by the late and great Wes Craven, and it starred David Arquette, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Matthew Lillard, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, and Drew Barrymore. Yan. Number 9, Bram Stoker's Dracula. While Bela Lugosi and Christopher Lee are still superior pa rin naman talaga si yung dalawa eh. But this one is my generation's Dracula. Ito yung Beauty and the Beast of horror movies. The cast was great except for Keanu Reeves' bad British accent. And the makeup was amazing and no CGI was incorporated in making this film. Diba? Number 8, Hostel. Itong horror film na to scarred a lot of backpackers as it tells about a mysterious organization that tortures and kidnap tourists. So sa mga adventurous dyan at mahilig makiinom at pumarty sa mga locals, lalo na pag foreigner kayo, mag-isip-isip din kayo. Ba pagising nyo nasa torture chambers na pala kayo. Yeah. Number 7, to The Conjuring. Sa Pinoy, Conjuring. Diba? Maganda ang Saw, but I'm gonna go for this one. Itong tale ni Ed and Lorraine Warren scared a new generation of horror fans and also spawned a supernatural horror films of the last decade. Yan. Number 6, The Omen. To Sandwich, very good. Hummus, very good. Itong movie na tungkol sa birth of the Antichrist scared a lot of viewers and inspired metal musicians to explore the number of the beasts on their lyrical content. Alam nyo na yan, Iron Maiden, lahat ng mga dibil-dibil. Tsaka yung Oscar-winning film score ni Jerry Goldsmith, it's the best thing to play while you're scaring your listeners. Number 5, ito, An American Werewolf in London. Ito, tinakot ako nito when I first watched it on TV. The werewolf looked vicious. Yung rotting corpse na makeup ni Jack, disturbing. And yung wolf transformation ni David Kessler was painfully scary. Ang galing ng makeup artist na si Rick Baker, who I got to meet a few years back sa Comic-Con. And also to director John Landis as well. Magaling yung pagkakadirect niya dito. Itong film inspired Michael Jackson to make his Thriller music video with them, which is also scary, di ba? Get away! Number 4, to John Carpenter's The Thing. Yan. Itong sci-fi horror remake of The Thing from Another World was a flop and dismissed back then kasi yung mga cinema goers were into the friendly alien craze, particularly kay E.T. Pero sa haba-haba ng panahon, pati mga rentals sa VHS, pati mga cable TV, gave this film a renewed acclaim even until now. So ito yung ultimate paranoia film. Praningan to. Yan. So, number 3, ito. Psycho. Siyempre, si Direk Alfred Hitchcock. The first thriller film that inspired a lot of filmmakers of every generation. Notable films include John Carpenter's Halloween, Jonathan Demme's Silence of the Lambs, pati David Fincher's Seven. Kaya kapag naliligo ka, maghanda ka ng tabo. Tabo talaga eh. Number 2, ito. The Shining. Yan. Here's Johnny. Diba? This film terrified a generation of mothers and children as it tells about a father who just lost his mind and gets possessed by the spirits of the Overlook Hotel. In other words, he was just idle and doing nothing. Walang ginagawa eh. Talagang papasukan ka talaga ng mga espiritong kasi, di ba? An idle mind is the devil's plaything. So, yeah. And doing nothing absolutely leads to something. Red Drum. Di ba? Before we get to the number 1 horror film of all time, here are a few honorable mentions. John Carpenter's Vampires, starring James Woods, a great character actor. It's a straightforward action horror film. No frills, no elitisms, and no theatricalities sa mga vampires dito. Just the agenda of wanting to walk on daylight to continue their killing spree. Ito rin, isa parang vampire film. Fright Night. Welcome to Fright Night. For real. Starring Chris Sarandon, William Ragsdale, and Roddy McDowall. One of the horror comedy gems. The plot was sharp and the vampire makeup was terrifying. Yun. Lalo na dun sa... Basta, I don't wanna spoil anything, pero recommend to watch this as well. And the number 1 scariest film of all time, syempre, ang Exorcist. Hands down, scariest film of all time. Kung naghahanap kayo ng fast-paced jump scares and blood and gore dito sa pelikulang to, you'll never find it. But it's pretty disturbing, believe me. My parents watched it back in 1974 when they were dating and called in sick at work for a week. So fast forward to the 2000s, I tried to invite them to watch it with me again, but for the director's cut, which I recommend, and they initially refused. So you're on your own, son. Anyway, that's our Halloween special for the Basag Kultura episode. What are your thoughts? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you all again.